I really like drinking caffeine. I like drinking caffeine so much, in fact, that I haven't had a single day in the last year where I haven't consumed a caffeinated beverage of some kind. I rely on it to wake up, I rely on it to work, and most importantly, I rely on it to feel normal and function every day. Here's the problem, right? Every day, I start the day with coffee. I have my morning coffee, I'm super motivated, I lock in, I do work for a few hours, and I crash. So I do the only logical thing and consume more caffeine, and then a few hours later, I crash again, and the cycle continues. But what would happen if I just suddenly stopped drinking all caffeine? To make this scientific, there's going to be a few different ways that they're measuring data. We're going to measure data objectively by using an Oura ring, which tracks my body temperature, my heart rate variability, and all my sleep stages. This then combines the data to give me a readiness score at the start of a day and also a sleep score, how good my sleep was as well. The second way of measuring data is going to be subjectively. Twice a day, I rank my focus and I rank my anxiety levels in the morning and the afternoon. I've done this whilst on caffeine in the run up to this video to give me an average, and then we're going to do this every day for the next 30 days and see if there's any difference in the data. Timeline of caffeine withdrawal, 6 to 24 hours, symptoms start, 1 to 3 days, symptoms peak. To ease the process, it is recommended to gradually reduce caffeine over a period of days rather than quitting cold turkey. Well, unfortunately, I know that wouldn't be a very fun YouTube video if I like slowly tapered off it in a sensible way like I probably should. No caffeine, starting from now. I'll have a sip of it for the video. Okay.
You can't have a sip of it, you're already breaking it.
I'll spit it out. It has been 21 minutes since I last had caffeine. I can't fucking take it. I am going to have pre-workout before I train, but we are having non-stim pre-workout. So non-stim pre-workouts, no stimulants in, it's got no caffeine in. Ghost do an absolutely banging peach-flavoured non-stim pump pre-workout. Tastes so good. You want me to say what I just said?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to say to the camera what I just said to Henry, right? I said, if it gets to like tomorrow, like day 2 or day 3, and I feel like fucking shit, I might have a coffee in the morning and then have a sound to taper off caffeine, right? He thinks that's dope. The outcome of the video is going to be the same, right?
Yeah.
You think
this is the caffeine, this is the,
you
you're already
think like
making
an like an addict and being like, oh yeah, I just need a bit more. Caffeine is classed as a psychoactive drug, and within this same class of drugs, psychoactive stimulants is nicotine, is MDMA, is cocaine, and I think we can all agree, as fun as they may be, allegedly, doing those things every single day probably isn't the best idea. We're 4 hours deep. It is 1 p.m. right now, and this is when I would normally be having my second coffee of the day. I kind of feel like how I imagine like a meth addict to like be craving meth. I didn't feel normal, but I didn't feel as bad as I thought I would feel. The main thing is cravings for sweet foods just being through the absolute roof. We're 11 hours in, boys, and I feel fine. Technically, I haven't done a single day without caffeine yet though, because I had caffeine in the morning, so we'll see how I feel tomorrow. My girlfriend is doing this with me now, aren't you, Queen?
I got forced to it.
Your hair looks like a bird's nest right now.
What's up?
Woke up feeling pretty good. Like, I feel pretty great. Ready to seize the day, ready to smash it. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Day 1 of no caffeine. At the minute, I feel okay. Oh, how naive I was. Tried to do work, just had zero ability to focus, couldn't sit still, couldn't concentrate, and it was probably the worst day I've had all year in terms of productivity. I'm normally pretty locked in with food, but today, right, I cannot stop eating biscuits. Not gonna lie, I feel fucking ass. I've had the worst, most unproductive day of my life. In all honesty, I didn't think I was gonna get bad symptoms. I woke up this morning and was like, I'm actually alright. Like, this is gonna be a bit of a crap YouTube video. I've got a slight headache. I'm getting like hot sweats, so I'll just randomly start sweating. Right, people, that is the end of day 1 with no caffeine. It started off not as bad as I thought it would be, and then it ended like worse than I thought it would be. So after I trained, I felt super nauseous, super sick, like in the car for a minute. I actually thought I was gonna throw up, and I kept getting these like weird sweats. I literally had the worst fucking night's sleep as well. On my Oura Ring got like the lowest readiness score and such a shit sleep score as well. So I feel like because my body's not used to having the caffeine either, I'm literally like withdrawing from a drug for a few nights. It's gonna be bad, but then I reckon I'll get better. The next few days were super rough. The best way to describe how I felt was, you know when you've got the flu and you're just starting to get really, really sick? I felt like that all the time. I had sweats, a pounding headache, brain fog, no productivity or focus whatsoever. Cravings for sugary food were super, super high. I've gained a kilogram overnight, and a combination of eating crap and elevated cortisol from no caffeine made my physique look like absolute shit because I was holding on to so much water from my body being under so much stress. How are you feeling?
Oh, crap.
Why?
I'm so tired.
We're gonna go and breathe in the cafe, get a coffee,
A
decaf coffee, and treat ourselves. I can taste the lack of caffeine in this. I definitely can't, but psychologically I can. I am fucking struggling today. We stayed strong to 0 caffeine, and it took about 6 days for the caffeine withdrawal symptoms to go away completely. Day 1 and day 2 were absolutely horrendous, and by day 6 it's like pretty much gone, just other than cravings. We've got another couple of weeks left. Like, anxiety is definitely much lower, stress is definitely much lower, and I feel like my sleep quality is better as well. Like, I find it easy to get into bed. After about a week or so, something really weird started to happen, right? I didn't have any physical desire to have caffeine at all, or so I thought. I only had the mental desire to have it because I liked going to coffee shops and reading in the morning. That was the only thing that I missed. Wimbledon 2026, here we come, baby.
I'm sick, demented, I came and represented. I rose from the grave, I had a close shave. The cops tried to lock me down, cause the Glock they found was stolen. That's how I'm rolling. Calvin Klein's no friend of mine, so I don't like Marky or the Monarchy. Don't start me up like a Rolling Stone, I'll leave you soaking like Macaulay Culkin Home Alone.
Today is the day that we are breaking the coffee fast. I'm slightly scared. I'm slightly apprehensive. Let's get some coffee. I'm scared to drink coffee. I don't really want it. Here we go. The first sip of coffee in 30 days. Tastes like decaf. Such a fake reaction. She's literally been drinking decaf coffee, so it's gonna taste the fucking same. Oh, so good. What else in our relationship do you fake? Before doing this, I could probably drink about 5 or 6 of these a day and not feel much. The waitresses like 100% think I have fucking autism. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Literally from one shot of coffee, boys, I feel good. Heart palpitations, I don't feel bad. I feel like a little bit anxious. I feel pretty good. Like I can speak better, like I can speak to the camera better, like I'm smoother, more mentally switched on. Like I was missing something from my soul that I so desperately needed. Welcome back, coffee. This is where things took an unexpected turn, right? Going into this, I'd always planned to go back to drinking caffeine every day because I just thought that I loved drinking caffeine. But in the weeks after this, I had 0 desire to drink it. I'd have a coffee or a Coke and I'd be like, meh, like this just tastes kind of whack and it doesn't make me feel good. It just makes you feel a bit anxious and a bit jittery. Why did I like this so much? In the weeks after this video, I decided to stop drinking all caffeine altogether and never looked back. Until a few months later, whilst editing this video, and my caffeine addiction has fully creeped up again. This is literally fucking wild, okay? Because my caffeine addiction has started to creep up again, and for the last few weeks, I've had a coffee every single day. And it tastes good, and now I crave it again. I've like reverted back to how I previously was, but I'm aware that is just because I'm getting addicted to it, but I just don't care. What did the data say after 30 days? Well, the biometric data from my Oura Ring, my sleep and my readiness score, that didn't really change. It stayed pretty much the same, even though I felt like my sleep was better overall. But I feel like we can ignore this because I was traveling all over the world, getting loads of flights. I was getting up at like 6 a.m, going to bed at 12, 1 every single night. I was literally jumping out of planes for 2 weeks, running a skydiving course in Spain. So I feel like that's kind of ruined that part of the data a little bit. The interesting one is the subjective data, how I actually felt when I was off caffeine. At the start of the 30 days, my average daily stress score, how stressed I was day to day out of 5 was 3.3. At the end of this, it went down to 2 on average. So I lost a point in terms of being more relaxed, more zen despite everything going on. My average daily focus started at 1.9 and then it went up to 3.3, by the end of this challenge. What have I learned from this? Moving forwards, I'm going to limit myself to one caffeinated drink every single day. I'm going to have one day a week where I have 0 caffeine minimum. So I'm going to try and make it 2, but no promises. I'm only going to drink caffeine-free Pepsi and Coke rather than drinking like a liter a day. And I'm going to use stimulant-free pre-workouts for 90% of the time rather than relying on super high caffeine every single day. If you like the video, drop it a share, drop it a comment, drop it a like, because this took me absolutely ages. And if you want to grab anything from Ghost, you can get 20% off Ghost, 20% if you use my code MO. If you want to grab anything from VQ as well, all of the clothes that I wear 90% of the time in the videos are from VQ. Peace out. I love you to bits. Thank you. Good night.